motion by Anthony, second by Rich, to approve the minutes. Or Helmut, I'm sorry. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Accepted.
Shouldn't you get
Miss Fetcher.
somebody?
Are we talking now?
Ready? Oh, I'm sorry.
You would give me while I get a cookie in my mouth. Okay, you know where I live, and there's an alley behind my house. Are we allowed to still use that alley? Or no, is it out of commission? You know where Martha used to live, Martha Dresman? Jackie Garcia.
It's a small alley between.
Vaguely. I vaguely understand.
I don't even, I think that alley, when I was on the council,
What's
went back to the residents.
I don't know.
Mitch?
I don't know where it's at. I'll have to look and find out for you. I can get back to you on that, that's all I can do.
Okay.
There's grass growing and stuff there.
I was just wondering if we could put a swing
Does the street
set
have a
or
name? Do you know?
What, huh?
Do you know if the street has a name?
It's an alley.
it's just what is it? It's just an alley behind.
He was asking if there was a name in the alley.
No, I don't think, ever since I know now, before. If there is a address, Mitch, you?
I'll look at it. Like I said, I'll stop down and then we'll see if it's a paper alley or what.
Okay. Is
Was that a question or no? I don't understand.
Yeah.
She's asking the girl's name.
She's asking if it's still open, so
still
you have some
open.
questions.
Oh,
You
okay.
asked me where.
So I just need to check and see if it's still an alley.
Paper road.
Thank you.
I think it's a paper alley, so I'll look and see. So
If it is, I can't put anything in that road, right?
I wouldn't believe you could. And if not, if it's open, yes, you wouldn't be able to.
If
It
it,
dead ends, doesn't it? It doesn't go all the way through.
right? Mitch?
See,
See, I know it does down, it always did down to, I'm trying to think who lives in the.
I know what alley you're talking about.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. I'll have to do some research on that because it's been a long time since I've been that. Long time I've seen. No, I don't think anybody's drove
See,
down that alley.
Right, no, but I always did my garden up there. I've asked Bob Wolf and all that was in, I could use for gardening, use it for gardening.
I will definitely find out.
Okay, did our girl quit? Oh, okay. Does she get paid when she's not here?
No.
No, she doesn't. Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Ms. Costa?
I just think, I don't know if I heard some things right at the last meeting or not, but was it stated that the water fund was depleted? From Angelica. I mean, I know she said sometime we're doing some shady things here and that was just a figure of speech because Brandon asked that. But I thought she said something about maybe the water fund was depleted. Well, if that's the case, what's in the water fund? Is it depleted or is there money in the water fund today?
What's your comment, Rosemary?
Well, the comment is, if we've got, if we're spending more than we got here, we're gonna have to do something before, well, the borough doesn't go bankrupt, but the state will come in under Act 40-some. And tonight, is there gonna be another executive session tonight that we'll have to leave again? What's,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be.
well, I mean, you know, how are you guys gonna solve this problem? That we always have to go outside in the cold snow? I mean, you know, you've got a building
There's a
here.
door closed right there. Can't we go over the
I mean,
next door?
you've got to solve something here. This is unrealistic that you always expect us to go outside.
I posed a solution to that problem, and it was voted against it, so.
Well, I mean, you know, you guys go around and make
We don't have the
people-
room in this building.
I know you go around and you make people get their house in compliance, their property, but then this building itself isn't in compliance of building code. Because what, the second floor is condemned, that's why we don't use it?
It's not condemned upstairs.
But then why don't we use it?
We don't have an egress.
There's no emergency exit up there.
Well, then, there should be, this is a
There is,
building
but
with
there
two
is-
floors.
there is- door goes out.
You have to have an elevator or something to that nature to meet ADA requirements. So that's why we're not using it.
It's the same as our
How often
house.
does somebody come in here with ADA?
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's not the point. It has to
Well, I think you guys gotta find a solution. Whether we go into another office, build another, do something, knock out a wall here. You need to find, if we're gonna use this building, I think there's a place for the residents to go. Don't expect us to leave the building, because we go home, and then kids come back, and all this stuff goes on, and nobody knows what goes on, because the minutes are not updated on the website or nothing
I
now.
would suggest, after executive session, we come out, it's all recorded.
I know, but
Any actions that we take,
I know, Jack, I know,
That's not the
Open.
point.
but the point is, we're not
my
here.
point's gonna be, any actions that we take, whether it's midnight,
All right,
are
so
going to
that,
be public, and all you have to do is ask one of the council people, hey, what'd you do after executive session? Ask one of the council members,
no, I
they
think
can
you
tell
guys ought to put the minutes, they're approved right now. Give us a copy if we want the minutes.
That's not what I'm.
Because the
what I'm saying is, we wanna know
website's never
what we do when we
updated.
come out of executive session.
I know, you can
Anybody
vote on
can
things.
Contact any council member,
Well, I'll
and we'll be-
contact you tomorrow then.
and we'll be told
I'll
what action we
I'll
took.
contact you
We
tomorrow.
can't tell you what happened in executive session, but we can tell you what action we took after executive
I'll
session.
put a right to know request in tomorrow. Who do I put that into? Angelica, she works Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? She's the,
Wednesday.
only Wednesday? I thought she was here 3 days a week. She was hired to work 3 days a
She's
week.
here Wednesday.
Only on Wednesday. So I could put a right to know request in on Wednesday to her for all the minutes I want, all the account balances. And if I don't
That'll
get
go
it,
to our right to know officer.
I will. I filed one before, right here it is,
Right.
and I'll file one again.
It comes in here, we give it to our
I
right to
know.
know officer,
I'll do it.
which is not Angelica.
It's not
Our right to know
Angelica.
officer is our solicitor.
And where's he at tonight again? Seems like he's not, he comes and goes. Angelica's here, goes.
Can't answer all your questions.
Well, maybe it's time I call Shelley Ford from KDKA.
Sit down.
Hey, I got one more thing to say. Is that okay? Excuse me.
She's only here 1 day. I thought she was hired for 3 days.
One more thing. Who is going to be our next cop?
So how many hours does she get paid for?
That hasn't been discussed.
Yeah, 'cause I saw that on the paper. I go, do we need one? Is
I'm looking
ours,
for funding to be able to
Yeah.
get, so if we wanna have a conversation about it, it has
We're
to be
gonna
on the
deal with that
agenda.
on the
But we'll-
agenda. I mean,
It's next Cindy.
It's on the agenda.
oh, okay,
Look at Stan.
thanks.
So how many hours a week does Angelica get paid for?
Yeah. How many hours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Piggybacking off what you were just saying, I'm looking into getting grants and funding for a part-time cop. So for us to have this conversation, it has to be on the agenda. So we're not in the process of looking for individuals right now, but we're in the process of looking for funding. That's all I got. Just looking for some grants and stuff that will benefit us, try to help us out a little bit. Stuff I think part-time cop is definitely need, because you can only work one person 40 hours. If not, you're paying overtime, stuff like that. And
Get that overtime on borough.
Money
The
we
borough.
don't have.
Right.
Money we don't have unless we get a grant.
for sure, for sure. Right now, it's not proven to be able to pay overtime, just because you want to have more, so it's cheaper to get someone part-time than paying someone overtime. But we are going after grants and stuff, yeah, for that funding.
has anybody heard from the bus?
That's who. That's who.
I did email today, I think he said he's gonna be here, I shared email today, but they had no school with him today, so.
Well, we'll skip this for us to come back if we have to. If we need a motion to pay the bills.
What bills?
How do we have
Are we referring to this sheet right here?
No, that's
I would agree, but where's the bill?
They have it out for everybody.
look at my bedroom.
How many hours a week does she work?
This thing, yeah, the balance sheet.
Have no bills? It's good. Well, has no bills.
I don't see any bills to pay. So,
Oh my, that's great news.
I mean, this is kind of,
So why would I want, if they don't understand, how am I gonna get anything if I put the right to know request and if they can't, they don't even have anything?
Balance.
that's all I got.
She's really John.
And it still is.
I got bills here from John Schreiber. Those are not hers.
so she,
Marion, that's in there, I don't know.
No, there's nothing in there.
so she's saying we paid this?
That's what.
I don't know what she's saying.
That's those are accounts. Those are
No,
accounts.
these ain't accounts, this is bill approved.
Says
This
amount
is
due.
bill and vendor.
This, I think
This is the
this,
account balance sheet, this is the individual bills, I mean. what
I
is-
think she's asking us, I think, because I don't know, because she's not here. But
It said bill approval.
I think that's what she's asking us. Which of these bills do we want to approve? Is what I think she's asking us. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm assuming that's what she's asking us. Does that make sense?
That's the same list basically we got last.
Now, is there a
She get
number
paid for.
that, I mean, it'd be nice if she gave us a number
Well,
price wise.
it would be nice to have these balance sheets before this hour.
Oh, I agree.
That way we can go over them and look at them, because I'm just trying to do rough shot numbers here, and it's hard to do it real quick here, to see where we were and where we are, and then what we have. Because, you know, if we'd have had this sent to us, maybe, let's say,
2 days ago.
yeah, at
Right,
least,
at least.
or a day ago, for
Right,
that
tomorrow
matter,
at 6:30.
somebody would have had a chance to look at it.
This is the same way we were presented bills at the last
Yeah,
meeting.
I think so, yes.
And we approved them with the exception of
The top one.
the top one.
Correct.
So obviously, we got Stiflin, McGraw, Associates.
So,
Those are our engineers, and then we got,
My only concern, Jack, is that,
These conversations.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, you know, if
we're paying these accounts,
I see what you're saying, split it up.
like, she's got here liquid fuels, I got that, she got water account right here.
You'd probably be okay
But
with
if you look at our balances in the water fund, you know, you see, it's a negative right there.
It's a negative.
So, when I look at the general fund, is she going to transfer money from the general fund into that account?
yeah, those are taken off of the QuickBooks.
I get that, but what I'm saying is,
how she explained it to me was this balance sheet. So this is what everything looks like after if you paid all the bills.
no, that's what she said this is what it looks
that's not what
like
I got out of it.
as of right now.
See, she explained it a little bit different. She said, because if you look at her QuickBooks
Last week
actual
she got
account,
it twice.
because if you look at her QuickBooks, if you ever look at her computer or accounts and stuff, it'll show you what's in there and what would be in there after bill in the same account. But it's still, I mean, I agree with you, this is not explained in depth.
Well, last week she had it separated, what she sees, or what is projected and what it actually is.
It's not worth talking to, because you
You
don't
know,
know what she wrote.
I don't mind,
Right.
if we have the money, I don't mind approving the Stifler McGraw. I don't mind approving the Gagny Fuel American Rock Salt. I know we have money in liquid fuels to pay for liquid fuel section. I know we have that. I actually see that there. So I would have no problem paying that, right?
But you don't know if that's the exact number that's in the account. How
You know, if
you're gonna approve something that might put it into the negative.
here's something else. There should be money in the general fund that doesn't get transferred to these other items. You know, that we get in, like the $50 we got in today. That's general fund money. We don't transfer that money into the water. We don't transfer that money into sewer. We don't do that. You know, there's money that comes in on general funds. And, you know, if you go back last week and look at it, we were in negative 481.43 in general funds. Now we're positive 23.6, 26, 22. How much of that is general funds? How come we were in a negative in general funds in 2020 and the January 26th meeting?
Discuss it.
I agree with you.
This is not how
It's not feasible.
you run any type of business.
Well, I'm looking at this, all right, let me just back up to the bill, all right? I understand exactly what this means.
The bill
We want to pay
sheet.
Stifler McGraw a total of $15,220 this pay period, this time,
Right.
for the water line project for COA assistance and long-term control plan work. And then we want to pay out of liquid fuels, $3,700 for diesel fuel and rock salt.
Exception of the top bill.
Yeah, I would agree with everything you just said.
She's saying pay everything except the top bill.
That's
That's
what
what
we
she
did
wants
last-
approved.
Yeah,
Right, I agree with everything you just said,
okay,
but where the money comes from.
okay.
But what I'm saying is, my example I just gave on the general funds, where's our money in general funds?
I don't know what that represents. That represents a QuickBooks printout.
Of our exact totals, is what it's supposed to be today.
Well, that's something we need to clarify with her.
Yeah, right
What she
now,
does.
I only see money in liquid fuels account to be able to pay the liquid fuels section here of fuel and rock salt.
Over 3,700.
I don't see money in any account to pay Stifler McGraw. So I will cast my vote to approve only liquid fuels money.
I second that.
When you look at this, it's 24 grand.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the numbers, Jack.
That will improve it.
They put the work out here on the Township
Right.
project,
What-
trying to
what-
get that grant.
What are all these engineering fees?
That's what the engineer.
That would be, but that's January 26th. This is today. And that capital improvement fund's down to 18,965.
I bet it come out of there.
Well,
Have to add a
2 million is going to come out of general funds. I mean, not come out,
That's
sorry.
what it already gone.
No, that number don't add up.
I'd like to know if after
Capital improvement 24,732. Here's
mine's 2,000.
18. The difference ain't 15 grand. But what I'm saying is,
Because it's not-
if
on the real price on the sheet. Is that after the 14,000 paid?
see here, capital improvement fund,
Is that
it's not taking them in the capital improvement fund. She's showing the order here. We don't have the I don't know, water line project, it should come out of capital, you're right, it should come out of capital improvement fund. COA assistance should be coming out of capital improvement fund. I don't know, is that, what is that? Is that,
It's not there, it's not there.
okay, so, let's see,
DEP.
right, so all should come out of capital improvement fund.
Okay, so let's approve.
I can do that.
I think we need to approve the bills that they need paid, but I think we need to.
Well, I'm not gonna approve it.
I'm gonna make a motion that
We need to.
They must
know what they are.
Yeah, I mean, explain this to
Stifler
you
withdraw
right here.
15,220 out of the
Yeah.
capital
What
improvement
he's saying
fund.
is,
And
we
we
know that
pay
that money's in the account.
3781.
But that's what
liquid
she's
fuels.
going to do
We
that.
don't pay Safeco.
I agree.
And that's That's my,
I mean, she's just not elaborating on which
I
account
agree.
she's paying it from.
I go
Paying
make a
out.
motion.
It needs paid.
I second it.
Okay, motion by Jack,
Are you guys clear what we're talking about?
No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So we're talking about paying it, but paying it out of the capital. improvement
Yeah, because there's nothing.
You know that, not there.
I can explain
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's above and beyond, so that's why you use your capital improvement fund.
fund. Right, but she's labeling it as water. So, you know what I mean? So I second the motion.
okay, motion by Jack, second by Anthony. Your questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
While we're on the bills, or even though we already said aye and all that stuff, the one on top there, I get it. Is that something that can maybe be broken down and paid in like, whenever it comes time to pay it, in like 2 payments or 3 payments, or is that a?
I just said, you know, whenever we had the money.
Okay,
You
okay,
know, I'm not,
okay, I just, you know, it needs paid eventually anyway, but I'm just,
I get that.
if it can be broken down, then
Yeah.
it maybe could be paid sooner.
I'm not.
Okay, all right,
Tax write-off.
never mind that.
You broke it down,
It's charitable.
might be lien against 2 properties.
Profit loss there, bud.
Profit loss.
What do we,
All right.
what do we see
That money.
What are we looking for? How much?
Under financing, the tax collector salary monthly instead of yearly.
I know that she had mentioned that she wants to start paying Mr. Callahan monthly. If it's easier on the borough, she would keep the book straight with her.
Do we know how much you do?
Yeah, that's what I like to know.
I know he gets like 5% of what he brings in as far as tax.
But
I don't know what that is.
didn't Doug say that you would have to advertise
That's
that
my code.
Advertise what?
to pay,
To change
to
his.
change the tax collector's salary? Didn't Doug say?
They're not changing the salary.
I know, but you're changing how you're paying him. Didn't Doug say that at the last meeting in your minutes, that he would have to check to see if that has to be advertised?
The pro,
That's not accurate.
so let me ask you a question.
Instead of getting a 9/11, no, what is it called?
1099.
1099 at the end of the year. He wants to get a W-2. If you want to get a W-2, put your own payroll, at the end of the year, our payroll people print out a W-2, and there you go. So it's a matter of convenience and the way we're
But
going to do things if
I
we pass
thought
this
Doug said
resolution.
there was something that.
Okay, the question I have on
An
the,
employee and a contractor.
question I have for you guys. He gets paid on a percentage, correct?
Yes.
From what I understand.
Okay, if he gets paid on a percentage, we can't, how do you base that on a monthly income on to be the same amount every single month? Because it's based on what he collects.
Right.
So do you go and say, okay, is there a way that we know that, oh, he collected $2,000 this month, his percentage will be this is his pay? That seems like a whole lot more work to me than just saying, okay, at the end of the year, you collected, you know, $70,000 in real estate taxes, your percentage is this, there's your money, thank you very
I know
much.
she had mentioned that, there was an issue with, like, he wants paid, like, in 2026 for all the taxes that he got paid in 2025. But it's throwing something off because you're paying him in 2026 rather than 2025 work. So I know there was something with that, I'm not 100%
I
sure.
think she did mention something about smaller payments instead of getting like a shock to the system with a big bill.
Plus the payments will be made monthly based on the invoices
Correct.
that are submitted to the borough, how much we get paid monthly. So, you know, no
So we're gonna know
taking,
that.
no surety. You know?
Yeah, I don't care, as long as we know it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you cash flow or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna go off of averages of last year's taxes to pay him for this year monthly?
It's whatever, say the borough brings in $2,000. We would pay him I think it's 5% of that $2,000 and give him a check. So it's all gonna even out.
But it's gonna be taxed.
You know. Yeah, I'm
Because he wants a
assuming, I
W-2.
don't, yeah, I don't.
1099,
He would be in a contract. He's actually gonna be an employee then. You get to,
Yeah, well, yeah.
W-2 treated like
Yeah.
income, pay them like income.
Right.
You know, you work this
He's
much, this
the
month.
elected
you get
position,
this much.
so.
The amount that you get paid depends on giving us the tax receipts for that month. And it's
So you
gonna
get
help
taxed
bring
for
in
that too.
the receipts
Angelica's
on a more regular
was a
basis.
tax collector, so she knows all this, so I'm very limited knowledge on that. So we just need a motion to change from yearly to monthly.
I think that should be taken down.
Do we really need a motion?
I don't think we should,
Yeah, we-
I don't think it should be decided. We need
I
to,
mean, I don't want to, just if someone wants something changed,
be
you need to
here.
explain it before we,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but,
The
I mean,
initial
I understand what she's saying.
I make a motion that we pay monthly instead of yearly.
Motion by Jack, second,
I think we table it.
pardon?
I think we table it until Doug gets here.
Okay.
Well, it might not be this meeting, it might be next meeting that we decide that, you know.
I mean, it's something that she needs done now,
She wanted to start out the new year,
start out the new year that way.
I mean, but.
I mean, I know she did say it'll make her job a little bit easier to keep track for sure.
Okay, the motion, then there's a motion to table.
I second the table motion.
I just don't want to vote on something without knowing
I didn't get a
100%.
second on
It's
either.
just thrown on me.
Take a roll call.
He's second on the table.
Pardon?
I second for the table.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
So does everybody need to vote on it?
Do we need to go on and vote?
Yeah, this shouldn't be that hard to sort out. Okay. Committee reports, public safety.
I didn't get much on Nick this week, but it's still a little slow. He's still cleaning up. There's a couple things me and him's working on, yeah.
Cold out.
Right. There's gonna be some changes in spring that we're all working on. Things to see. But whenever that process happens, I'll tell everybody. But until that gets done.
Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna have that committee meeting, to work out some of those
Right.
issues.
Right.
Infrastructure.
Okay, so yeah, we got some frozen lines broke. We repaired one on South Main Street, 9th South Main Street. EMA called us out, potential oil spill from over in Spring Hill that may have gotten a creek up by our water intake, so we had to, I'm glad they called us right away. We got up there, had stuff in place just in case, but nothing happened. It was good. They got it all cleaned up before it got down to the river.
Where was that?
It was actually, I think it was Tom,
On Island Road somewhere?
yeah, some hollow up there. Somebody's fuel tank erupted and it went into the creek.
Okay. Like a harbor.
Yeah, so just I'm glad they called us because like I said, our intake's there and we don't,
So we don't need
That
to.
bring to mind that we did update all the contact information
we got it handled, yes. That's all taken
which
care of.
they had wrong for
Since 2021.
since 2021.
Yeah, we just got it all updated.
Like I said, Mikey called me right away. We went, I think you went down and checked out too, didn't you, Jack? And we had our guys down there checking the river, make sure we had no sheen around our pump. Nothing got close to it, so we're good. We had to replace a couple frozen meters. Again, anybody out there listening right now, check your meters, check your lines, because we're finding leaks. We're still about 5,000, 6,000 gallons higher than what we normally are. So you got some leaks at your house, and they're starting to show up now when we're taking and reading meters. And people are wondering why their water bill is going to be so high, but we've been telling them check your meters, and their house is leaking. So
We had a meter read today that was 51,000 gallons last month,
because one of their lines is broken, their basement, and they didn't get out and check it.
but it wasn't caught until, their meter read.
It's a heck of a bill.
61,000.
So they've been, okay, so they've been, actually, if you look at the floor, don't look clean, but they did come down and clean the floors. Dave cleaned the floors, and here you can't tell, but he did. So he's I helped him.
Oh, God, love
We got another truckload of salt in, so we're good on salt. We had to go out and do a couple roads a couple times. This morning was one of them.
Freely,
5:30, I come sliding off the hill.
freely.
Haven't you learned to go out to Georgetown Road after all these years?
Yeah, but I have to check the hill because if I'm not gonna go down the hill, nobody else should have to go down it. So I throw myself in harm's way. But if I can't get down it, then I'm calling Dave and saying, hey, get up here.
Freely.
It's always Dave.
And then chemicals came in. One thing I'm gonna ask, our plow truck needs a new cutting blade on the plow. And it's about $300 or $400. That's what we're estimating. And it's gonna come out of liquid fuel. I'm gonna ask if we can go ahead and pick that up.
It's 22,350.
We need it, it's starting to cut into our plow, so. I'm gonna go ahead, I don't have to really get permission, but I'm gonna let you know I'd like to get that. And the cutting blade for our plow, it's about $300 or $400. And ours is getting wore out pretty good, so we're gonna order one and get it for
Is
the
that
truck.
damaged during a state of emergency?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I think it's normal wear and tear.
Oh, all right.
I thought you hit a pothole.
Probably. Oh, that's another thing. I'm gonna let everybody know that we've been having some complaints of potholes on Broadway and stuff.
Freely.
And we got them. We went around cold patching right now, and that's all we can do because we're not going to put a lot of money into fixing these roads right now because they're coming in a couple months, and they're getting the roads done. You'll see some digging on the roads because if we have a leak, I want them to replace at least 10 to 15 feet of line, not just a little leak. So we're gonna get these roads, same way we did on the hill, is we're not gonna just patch them, we're gonna replace the line.
Proactive.
Right, so we don't have to dig again. And once we get these new roads, we can keep them new for a long time. Also, driving around, we noticed there was no new lights put up on McKinley Hill. And
No. Jeanette Street's missing a couple too.
we got all the numbers, they're gonna come out. Joe just signed a paper. I called them, they already come out, got the numbers. They're gonna start on them here in a couple weeks, put the new lights up there and up 119, and here's a couple lights set down on Grant. So,
Freeling's beautiful. I walked
so,
it.
yeah, so you'll be
Madden
seeing
Alley
that.
too? Madden Alley?
Well, they're supposed to take care of you. They already said they would.
Yeah, they came to my house and everything. I haven't seen nobody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure I get a hold of Mr. Dern, tell him you
Yeah.
need that one. Before you leave, give me that address.
The address.
Yeah, so,
Write it down.
because I think he forgot about that one.
He remembers that one being on that pole though.
Right.
And he said they took it down when they put that new transformer up, never put it
I
back
have the
up.
list of the lights. What is your address? And I'll check it whenever we're.
Well, he was gonna put it on a different pole, so it's just in Madden Alley down there.
Madden?
Madden,
Madden Alley.
just the alley across from Family Dollar, you know?
Goes down to the fire hall.
I'll check it. I'll get back to you.
When one goes to the fire hall.
Yeah, the one that, out, yeah.
Hey, Mick,
Yep.
take a look at this one. I don't know if you saw them earlier or not.
Yeah, I gave it to you. We went through them all, Jack, everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's why I said give it to you. Yeah, these all need done, so. And if I was looking at the price, I didn't think that was too bad because he's coming out and he returns if he has to. He'll unclog it and then, like I said, he
You sent them in
videos
pretty
it.
late though.
Yeah, he's held on to him for a while. Did you see the dates on him?
Yeah.
Look at these service reports. Yeah. So, yeah, them need to be paid, so however, whenever we get it taken care of.
You can't give your address.
I've had other ones.
What is that for?
That's for like sewer, that's all sewer, everyone in sewer. And what happens is, like I said, this summer, we had a dry summer, and roots grow through they find a way to find water, and they'll go right through that terracotta to get water.
They'll actually climb down it too. Once they get in it, they'll climb down
And
it.
that's what happens, and he has to go in and hydrojet it, and.
So you had somebody that could do a job sheeping, didn't you? Same work?
Same exact thing.
Will you give us the information?
Yep.
Send send the office guy's name,
Yep.
number?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll find people upstairs to the
I will.
3,200 for everything, for all of them.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm thinking. We, it's in the sewage
In
fund,
the office.
we technically have it in the sewage fund. I mean, we wanna wait till the next meeting?
I mean, it's
We want to-
That's what it says.
I'm going to
Approve
call
the bill.
Katie.
almost over a year.
Why are we just not getting it?
And that date's 5/7/25.
So why are we just not getting it?
She's coming to town Wednesday anyway.
There's another one.
Anything else?
The other ones are a little bit more recent.
Well,
No, that's all I got, Joe.
it's been this long, we're just giving her, make sure we haven't paid her or anything like that, then we're on next meeting. I don't think we should just,
The leftovers is what he
yeah, well, I get it, but I'm just saying, we need to double check. If anybody sends you a bill a year old,
I would say they're good.
When you say go over 5,000 over, is it likely, is that like an under, can't really tell?
Well, we're normally running, like I said, between 75 and 80. Lately, we've been running between 85 and 90. To me, we have a leak somewhere. For a while there, people were running water so they wouldn't freeze their pipes up. But when we was running up for a while there, we was 120,000. We knew we had some leaks. We had a 2-inch line leaking, we had a surface line leaking, all from freezing and busting.
That one basement has 60.
So I mean, check your, anybody, if you have a rental that nobody's in,
I guess we're
check.
gonna have to shelf that now.
we still have leaks?
Hmm?
We still have them?
I don't think so. We found the last one today, I believe, but just, you know, be vigilant. Because I don't want to see a $50,000 water leak in somebody's house. I mean, that's uncalled for. You
Tell us of all
when you can stop it so easily.
Oh, you're fine.
This is Don Schreiber.
I like him because he stops whatever he's going and comes out.
Situated and come back to it. You done, Anthony?
But do we want to add these to this or not?
You
Pardon?
know, I think we just give this back to Angela. I think she just wants us to look at it and see if they're legit.
Right, but do we want to add them to the bills to pay this time, or do we want to wait the next meeting?
Some of them are pretty old.
He's pretty laissez-faire getting them to us.
So let them wait
No, I had
a
to
little
explain to
longer.
her.
Oh, you
Because
have.
we had a couple of them that people blamed us and said it was us, and we ended up charging them. She wanted to make sure none of them was in there. Them were all
So
ours.
if you want to add these, you'll make a motion?
Yeah, make a motion to add them
I'll
to the
make a
pay
motion.
bills. We'll do that.
Pay them under,
I'm making
Sewage.
bills.
just put in under sewage. So you making a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. Pay that on travel bill.
Under the sewage.
Under the sewage.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Motion by Anthony, second by Jack, to pay Shriver bills under sewage. Is that right?
Who made the motion, I'm sorry?
Mitch and Jack. Mitch and Jack.
Thank you.
I'm ready. Angela.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
We ought to make something, since we're all here, you know, from now on, we get a bill in like this, it's gonna wait. I mean, 'cause it's not our fault he didn't send the bills in. You know what I mean? I understand the point of it, but it's still a protocol to it.
Code doesn't get one. Code enforcement?
All right, code for it.
Pardon?
Nice seeing you.
Posted some houses are uninhabitable because of no water.
Nice seeing you at the school board.
We think people are still habitating in them. We don't know what to do next. We're gonna seek some legal advice, maybe we go into an executive session. So the water's off. There's nobody's supposed to be in there living, and there's people in there living. Of course, they're absentee landlords, you know, it's not like. That's about the only thing I can think of. During the proceedings, some things relating to code. So that's all I have, Mr. President.
Voting on the park, anybody?
Well, no, not really, there is, but it's actually on the agenda on the back. But nothing's going on down there that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, seeing as, the mayor and me kinda got stuck in this, sort of, I don't know how it worked out, but you know, we'll recruit Bo in it too, because he's on the parking committee. Sorry. You're gonna find out. I've talked to 4 churches already with this supposed, Singspiration on May 2nd. Okay? And I think there was supposed to be something, if it rains, it's gonna be down at the fire hall. That meeting got canceled when we were here that afternoon, or whatever it was, that we were here.
You're talking about the meeting with me, you,
Yeah,
Anthony,
yeah,
and Joe?
yeah. And, I haven't got a bona fide yes yet on any of the 4 churches that I've been dealing with on it. Okay? Reason being is, it takes a little time for them to get from all their people that do the singing and playing, because they're not like a paid group. They just do it on Sundays or whatever. So they have to work this out so they can come that Saturday. So we ain't got no yeses on it yet. But I asked earlier, Wendy, about, a lot of them are talking about maybe having little, table booths set up or something for, like, selling their little goodies that they sell, or, all their sweets that we like, And my question was, do they have to pay a fee to do that down there? I would say no, being a church nonprofit, but I'm not, no, okay. Well, it's not a done deal yet, we're still working on it. Tomorrow night I'm gonna meet with.
Nonprofits for churches, we never.
Okay, I didn't know what you guys did, I just need to make sure, so when I talk to them, it's not like that, I can understand if there's a food truck coming down, they might have to pay a little fee, whatever it is, okay, but, okay. That's it, it's not in stone yet.
So you're looking to use the park?
I'm sorry?
You're looking to use the park for
Yeah.
an event on May
Yeah,
2nd?
Anthony wants to do this event.
We want to.
I give you guys the idea. I told y'all I was real busy. And that's what I told y'all. I said, here's a great idea for y'all to do it. That y'all wanted to be involved and wanted something to do and get done, and it's a great idea, but I gave you guys, and you guys were running with it. Helmet, doing a good job, running with it. That's the idea, is that, I can always give you an idea. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be involved with it on a whole basis.
Well, since we're talking about the park, I did speak with, I have a couple volunteers gonna come down and help redo the dugouts down there, and I'm gonna pay for the material. And we've been talking with some people about trying to maybe get Little League brought back here in Point Marion, but
For sure.
it's just, it's up in the air right now. Hopefully it's something we can make happen, but, I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to make it happen this year, but at least we can get a start on it.
It'd be nice. My daughter plays with their kids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
there's no places to go.
Anytime around here, you go, Fair Chance, Smithville, they all got ballparks.
Yeah.
These kids.
I'd still like to get it fixed up down there, so if they want to just go down and play, if Dad wants to take his kid down and have a softball game, they can.
Or even practice.
Practice,
Are
yeah.
there still dugouts at the Little League field?
At the
Yeah.
school back the competition back down there.
Yeah.
No, they're gone.
That's what we're working on.
We talking about the softball, Little League or softball field? Where are we talking? There's still dugouts down here.
Softball, yes, Little League now.
Okay, that's what it's.
You're talking about down by where you put
Oh,
your
you're
salt.
gonna put it down there, okay.
No, I think you're talking about updating
Update the Pony League
the ones we got now.
softball field.
The
Right.
softball field,
Yeah,
the big field,
Yeah,
okay.
bigger field, yeah.
Yeah, they're still there.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Joe, I'm ready. You're ready for me.
Which one?
So,
Which one?
I didn't realize Angelica wasn't here. I prepared the ordinance for the tax collector, but I had some questions about it, and I called her and I didn't get a response. Is she on vacation?
No, she actually is at the airport with her husband.
Oh, okay, well, that's more important than what I was calling for. So, I see that it was on the agenda. I have the ordinance in such a way that, the ordinance providing for alternative compensation to the tax collector of the Borough of Point Marion, Fayette County, Pennsylvania. What happens is the tax collector compensation must be done by ordinance, it can't be done by resolution. And so Point Marion is a political subdivision of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, pursuant to Borough Code. We've been enacting ordinances for governance of the borough. We vote for a tax collector for the collection of real estate taxes and per capita taxes. However, the borough itself does set compensation for the borough tax collector. Whereas the borough tax collector is currently paid, and I didn't have the yearly, so the borough tax collector is currently paid yearly. Whereas the borough does wish to compensate the tax collector is followed on a monthly basis as opposed to yearly. Tax collectors don't object to this. All parties agree with the change in compensation. That would tend to legally bound that the borough of Point Marion is enact the following. That the compensation of the tax collector of Borough of Point Marion, his or her successors for the collection of real estate taxes and taxes due to the borough is hereby compensation will be paid on a monthly basis. This ordinance does not change the rate of pay, only time of compensation. Ordinance will be severable if it's invalid, and this is any inconsistencies with any ordinances are hereby repealed. Blank 2026. So essentially it just changes the compensation from yearly to monthly, and that's what we talked about last month. Is that something everybody's okay with?
Yeah, it doesn't change the compensation.
No, it doesn't change the rate.
It changes the payment.
It's how to pay.
schedule. Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is I will email this to you and Angelica tomorrow with these changes made, and then what we could do is you could post it.
Okay.
And then if we can have a vote to advertise that.
Do we have to?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a choice. An ordinance has to be advertised.
But do we need an ordinance?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You can't change the compensation for the tax
We're not
collector.
changing compensation.
Doesn't matter. We're changing the rates or whatever. Anything we gotta do has to be done by ordinance.
So if it's the same pay regardless of how.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I gotta do it by ordinance. Anything regarding
That's what I
I should
said.
just say compensation in general, meaning time, rate, whatever, has to be done by ordinance.
That's what I said. I tried to say.
Make a motion that we advertise the
Didn't I?
ordinance.
She did.
Second,
Second.
Okay.
all in favors? Aye.
I know, it
Aye.
seems, I know it seems redundant in some of this stuff. It seems like we have to pay advertising fees or something like this, but
$100 in the paper.
we gotta do, we gotta
How
do.
much is our advertising fee?
It's probably gonna be
$300.
180.
Yeah, I was gonna say close to, yeah, it depends on how big, but a couple hundred.
I honestly don't know, because when I advertise like, for wills and estates and stuff like that, that comes to $250. So this is just a one-time thing. And what happens is when I do the advertisement, I say bill the borough itself. And so it's never, I don't see those bills.
They should be,
Take it from the tax
they should get them
collector's
Yeah.
from Herald Standard.
salary. Take it from the salary.
I agree. Can we do that?
No. You can't touch these elected official positions, you know, you can't fool with these things.
Anything else?
Yes. So, Angelica has gave me this ordinance for the Borough of Point Marion, amending ordinance 102, enacted 1941, which levies a license tax for general revenue purposes upon all persons, premises owners, whatever, for gaming tables such as pinball machines, video game machines, etc., etc. And they're levying the fee from $25 to $100. What this is a yearly permit for devices of entertainment, gaming tables, and it talks about pinball machines, table machines, etc., etc. Angelica, we're obviously not enforcing this one. I've never heard of it. Fair Chance had one of these too, and they enforced theirs. Now, what we can do is, I suggest we amend this ordinance to add things like
Jukebox.
gray machines,
Right, slot.
slot,
Does the establishment just pay one certain amount or for every
everyone.
item they have in their building?
If you got-
A pinball,
if you
a
got
pool
7
table,
pool
a tent,
tables, you pay
you pay
for
for 7.
Trying to make it hard for people to move in.
Exactly, that's why nobody wants to come in this town.
Wow, what are they paying to?
It's
Maybe somebody's got a recession on their hands.
But then the place that we do have.
Every town you go into.
So that's not her, Legion.
No?
I
Did you say the Legion, the
Every time.
Eagles?
I don't know if the clubs will be a part of that.
Are the clubs a part of
I
that?
don't think the clubs will be a part of
I can't speak on that, I'm not
Good
sure.
ordinance to
It's
have.
just the grass.
It's just the landslide.
that. Yeah.
Let's have one discussion.
Yeah, Fat Angelo.
Yeah, this is from '04.
Yeah, laundromat.
There's a model
Yeah.
amusement tax ordinance on the Borough Association
On the
website.
PSAP website.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, yes,
Very detailed
2003.
model.
Do
It's
you
been in place
want
since
to,
2003.
do you want to amend this one? Or do you want to, let's do this. I'll bring that model ordinance next month, or next week, or, in the next meeting. And then we'll go over the two, and we'll decide how we want to work this. But I think we need to amend this to I think we were talking about for more current video games, jukeboxes.
Yeah, there's language in there, slot machines, skill games.
Yeah.
That's a real popular.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So how would you collect it? Does somebody just go to each one of these establishments, walks in and says, 1, 2, 3, 4, give me $500?
That's a darn good question.
Yearly, you're supposed to go in there and do that.
Would that be something that
To
code
make
enforcement
sure that you have
officer would do?
7, 8, 10.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, you can't rely on the people to tell you the truth.
No, they won't.
Right.
What you could do is go and inspect and send them a letter.
Have a code enforcement officer.
You're supposed to go in with it, I think, code enforcer and law enforcement.
Or
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, to go in and actually count how many dartboards you got or whatever stipulations is.
It's once a year.
What it
Once a year.
doesn't have in here, now this just amends the prior ordinance.
I got the prior one.
You have the prior ordinance? Because what I was gonna say, what it doesn't have in here is penalties for failure to abide by this ordinance. And so that's, it might be in the rest of it. Would you drag that out for me? No, not now, not now.
Well,
Next,
I have it.
Okay.
Like right here.
it's okay.
In
But
the
next-
complete ordinance, it says
Yeah.
the mayor or the police officer
We'll
goes
do,
into the bars and takes
I'll bring a
$50
copy.
off them for each machine. Sounds a
break
little
those.
slippery to me.
Funny to look.
Doug,
We weren't even in war yet. Yes, sir.
now, that probably wouldn't apply to the clubs, right? Like the VFW?
No, it would apply to the clubs.
It would?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would apply to every business within the borough. Unless we would set aside something that said it doesn't apply.
I just know,
What's the
like
point,
clubs, like if there's a dry town,
Yeah.
the clubs usually, they don't apply because they're a club.
The way that you guys are the council, we can set this up any way you want to. But as this ordinance stands and what I see here, it applies to any business within the borough. It could, they could have one at the dollar store. I'm not saying they do, but it could be, yeah, thank you. So that's,
It's a laundromat.
yeah, laundromat. But you guys can decide how you want to tailor this. What I'll do is, next meeting, I will have a copy of PSAP's, Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs has model ordinances. I'll have the model ordinance, I'll have this ordinance, and I'll have the original one. And we could tailor something that fits what we need to do what we need. We can discuss what we want, we want this, but we don't want that. And so we can have, we can do something, we get something done that, that benefits the borough.
Yeah.
So,
So the money's
I wouldn't want to tax the veterans. That's my own head.
and that's something for you guys to decide. I'll have the documentation. You guys can tell me how to write it up.
That's a slippery slope, because you got veterans
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
I'm
so,
saying just the Veterans Club though.
okay, but you have VFW, you have the Legion,
Yeah, they can hang out with
it's all the same, you know?
But it's not the people, it has
No,
nothing
I'm
to do
talking
with
about the
people.
club establishment.
Yeah,
Well, I get it, but
yeah, it's all,
Anthony, you don't have, I didn't give it back to you, did I? No. I got one more place to look. So, and I'm talking about road contracts, unfinished business. Anthony had me look over that contract. He asked me for a copy of it back. I looked everywhere for the damn thing. The only thing I can figure out is I left it, when I reviewed it, it was at my house. I'm gonna look at home to see if I still have it there, because I was wondering if maybe I give it back to Anthony already. He said no. So, and I will look at home tonight.
If you can't find it, let me know, because it's gonna take me the time to rewrite that.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to have to do that. It's gonna be, that's a mission for me now. So, I just wanted, because I remember giving you something and it wasn't that, it must have been something else I gave you. Okay. I have some things for exec session regarding litigation, potential litigation. But otherwise, those two ordinances, what we'll do is we'll have that, I'll get that copy of that ordinance for advertisement and viewing here at the council or at the borough building, and we will have, we'll work on that other ordinance next week. And Jack, I will see you Thursday morning, and we'll go over those at 9 o'clock. Does that work for you guys? We'll work on those liens. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
I hate to interrupt you.
no, good.
No, but I can just do it in new business, I guess, because the lien thing is a question I have.
Yeah.
About something.
Okay.
That actually has to be an executive session, so.
Okay. And then I'll get that. We'll get this done.
Put your stuff outside.
You good, Doc?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, broken docks.
Yeah, I don't know if Mitch wants to talk about this or.
You go ahead, I mean, I'll let you tell about it.
Mitch and I were driving down the park the other day and we looked over at the docks like we usually do. And the walkway has pulled away from the dock altogether. And the walkway's actually down in the water. Yeah, I looked at it and I gave everybody a picture of it.
Oh, actually the railings.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the railing for the,
Yeah.
that's the railing
We're
for
down
the
in
walkway.
down in the water.
How many
Yeah.
years now?
Wow.
I'm talking,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it's been
I
in
reached
a matter of time with all that debris and stuff that's collected back there. I mean, the whole,
Yeah.
the whole backside's been lifted up.
Oh, wow.
And it's broken off right there.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Let's make
So
that
nobody
walkway
can access the
right.
dock right now to fish, to boat, do anything like that.
You can't get out there.
Cause you can't get out there. So
Well,
I,
you could.
yeah. I reached out to, Myers, Tree Service has always been good to us down at the park. And I reached out to him and I sent him pictures to see if he has any equipment that may be able to, strong enough to lift that up so we can reattach it. And I haven't heard back from him yet. I don't know if anybody knows anybody who might be able to help us out.
I do, but I ain't got nothing here. I don't have any equipment here.
Can you see how, well, can you see how?
I mean, because that,
I know
somebody.
I've got an idea, but it's not gonna be, I mean, you're gonna have to take a hook and catch it and pull it up.
I'll go swimming in the summer whenever the water warms up. Hey, hook a chain up or something.
My buddy's truck
I just showed you.
It's something,
I'm thinking about
it's something that we need to
getting
do.
them,
It's
we
something
get them barge
I
hooks.
just wanted to bring that up.
We can pull it up, but we have to, somebody
I didn't want to,
to catch
you
it,
know.
No.
ratchet, you know, get how long, bring it up.
But you know,
It'll be heavy.
I
I mean, how many more anchor points are there?
Then finish.
I'll have to look at it. You can't get out to see it. You know. We're gonna need a boat to get out there.
My basic.
Brings up something. I was talking, I think we seriously need to start considering getting a master plan for whatever we do in this borough. A master plan for the park, a master plan for the borough. And one thing we can start with is trying to get a master plan for the park. In order to do that, you know, and then I was talking to Stifler McGraw today about this, and they suggest trying to put together an idea of what we're looking for. Like, what do we want to do in the park? We want this, we want this, we want this, we want this. Give it all to them. Then they'll take it and they'll give it to the grant people and have the grant people hunt for it and find out what we want. And then they'll come back to us and say, okay, this is where you are with this grant, this grant, this grant. These are your opportunities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then go from there and figure out what we want. From that point on, then they can write up a master plan. And you have to have a master plan to get major grants that if you're talking about doing some major work there. That doesn't come without a cost though, you know, so you're probably looking $300 to $400 to get to that point of presenting it back to the council and saying, okay, here's what we found. So if we want to go forward with that, we need to really consider doing that, but that's just out there, because it goes right into this. You know, we want better, more efficient, quality docks, not this kind of stuff.
Well, didn't the DNR or the Army of Corps install that dock?
You have a master plan?
They did. I know for,
We had a
maybe it was the launch.
contract, we had a contract up till 2025, and we tried to get them to come out till 2025. Had, thought maybe they could help, and they don't.
I know they maintain the launch whenever it gets all muddy and stuff.
No, they don't.
Oh, I've called them to clear out the mud and they've come down literally the next
We
day.
actually do it.
To do one for the city,
fire
definitely.
Well, I'll tell you one instance, I called them and they came down the next day and I waited in the lot for them. They said, okay, we'll be there at 7 in the morning. They came and said, we cleared it for me, I got my boat in there.
We had to take care of all that.
Well, you might have in the past, but I'm just telling you what I experienced.
But the cost of actually developing it.
I know somebody messed it up.
Until they could find out
I
where
just
we
didn't
have
know
funding.
maybe if they would be.
I know somebody messed it up down there and I ripped my fender off my
We need it, we
boat
need it.
trailer and flattened my tire.
And you fund this part of our
Drop off.
We have
That's
half
because
of
the
that,
water levels
That
are
was
dropping because they blew that dam up.
Somebody did.
you know, they looked at everything, big number. Then, yeah, you have public here,
Right.
you look at the population of the town, they golf, where they fish, how old the kids are, and.
Yeah, we can develop that.
But I mean,
Well,
Fairchance had one for the park.
It's a
for their park.
professional process. is what it
Sure,
is.
it is. So the question is do we want to look at doing that and having McGraw, Stephen McGraw do that and go through the first stage of it? The first stage is gonna probably cost us around $300 or $400, and then he tells us A, B, or C, and then how detailed do we want the master plan to be, then he'll tell us what the cost will be.
Hold that thought, 'cause I have something
Yeah.
to bring up in executive session.
Okay?
I think it's beneficial
So-
too, because you see that a lot of times you're applying for grants, they want to know about your
Yeah.
master plan and things like that, so Anthony's on the right track. I don't know how you don't know how you go about getting it, but getting it seems like a good idea.
Dog park. Skating rink.
Cool. Can't talk.
See,
You want to hold?
Did you?
my grandkid didn't.
Where at?
You should see
That
that
was out there in the
The salt contract,
Pay to see that.
Mitch, salt contract,
Yeah, I think we need to pass this. This is for next year, our salt contract, and if we want it, we have to do it now. It's under liquid fuels.
Do you have a copy of it?
Well, she calls them up. That's how it works. We get 44 ton, I believe is what it is.
Oh, I
Two
see.
truckloads.
It's not like a,
Yeah, we call it a salt contract. What it is, we order it now for next year,
I see.
and that way they know how much to get, bring up river and dump it. And
It's more like a salt allotment you're ordering for
yeah,
that year.
yeah,
It's
you
not
have to
really-
order it ahead of time. If we don't order it now, we
When I think of a contract, I think of something.
Waiting list, right?
yeah.
I got you. I understand.
do we need a motion for that?
I would say so.
But yeah, that comes out of liquid fuels. So I mean, if you've seen that one bill we just got right there, that was one truckload of 22 ton. So we usually get, I think, 2 or 3 truckloads a year for a season.
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the salt contract through CoStars to get this salt for next year.
I second it.
Motion by Mitch, second by Anthony. Debate, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And remember, you don't have to bid when it goes to CoStars.
No. Did we get any emergency funding yet?
No, we're not getting them, I already checked in that, we're not getting emergency funding.
We're not getting emergency funding. Even though we had a state of emergency.
Yes. I had Mikey check on
I
that.
thought we were.
No. No emergency funding.
Then why'd you clear it?
Huh?
Then why'd
They
you-
cleared state of emergency, but they didn't give, there's no funding going out. Like I said, I had Mikey check on it. He checked with the guy, I forget the guy, Andrew. Yeah, so,
All that work.
You checked with the guy.
Andrew, I think his name was Andrew, and at the county.
I thought he said that there was gonna be funding for state of emergency.
No, I thought they said that too, but they didn't give anything.
I forgot to put it on the agenda.
That's not bad as it was.
And we,
Jake, JP,
Wait a minute, did you hear anything more about that from the other boroughs? About state of emergency funding?
I haven't heard anything.
Reimbursement?
Nothing. I can ask.
Yeah.
Somebody please ask.
I thought they posted that they were going to be
I asked Mike, he said no.
reimbursement.
Yeah, but give them a call, Mayor.
Because the federal government didn't approve it.
Yeah. Maybe we can call.
I can give you the contact.
Yeah, we need to contact.
Why do all that paperwork?
Right.
JP Environmental.
That JP Environmental is the people who put our valve in up there at the water plant. And that's the one that we had already. And so now we're getting some reimbursement money from the 4th Avenue pump station. She's been working on that. I think it's $44,000. And that's what she's been working on to get back so we can pay them up there. And that will take care of that
Did you get
JP Enterprise.
Doug, you got the copy of this, right, from the Saxon Stump?
Yeah, that was a
We
lovely.
discussed that.
Yeah, that's exec session.
Yeah,
That's something like.
that JP Enterprises funds, funding to pay that is supposed to be reimbursed to the borough under a grant through Gibson Thomas. Gibson Thomas cut us off, and
We're gonna talk about that in exec
Yeah,
session.
that's
You got
the
that wrong.
exec session.
That's a little wrong there because that's not how, the funding is not for JP Enterprise. That's a whole different entity at the water plant.
yeah,
So there was no grants for that.
well,
So let's, we'll talk about that in exec session. I'll tell you where that money's coming from. And then we can bring it out.
that's not really,
I know. They're a little confused on this.
Yeah, but Sean.
I'll be,
Okay, motion to go.
I'll stop
I got one thing on this. This is, you guys got a copy of this. This is Recap Solutions. Let me take a minute and explain to you what this is. I've been working on another project, and was talking to Seidel, and, which is engineering, by the way, according to Seidel is. But he looked into this. What this is an organization who has received federal funds to GIS map utility systems, okay? To have them come out and map our system is how they get paid from the federal government. We don't pay them. So this is actually free to us. After 1 year, if we decided to stay with their program, you'll see it costs us $800, right? However, we don't have to stay with them after a year. So I told the Seidel, there's another program we can go into that's free after we're done with this. But they're pushing this because they can't get paid unless they get boroughs to agree to let them come out and GIS, our system. We need to do this because it's free, for one. Two, it puts our utilities up to date, and sewer and water, and knows what we know where everything is. It's on a map, a computerized map. So what it would entail is basically them, we saying yes to this, they come out, they get with somebody, that we go out, we show them where the CSOs are, we show them where all this is, and then they do whatever they do, they start tracking it. That's how this works. So it's a no-cost service to the borough, is what this is.
yeah, read it. What I read, it sounds perfect. Through EPA funding.
I'll save you from hitting lines.
No one knows where a water lines are at.
Well, the poor person.
Well, after we fix it, we know where they're at.
The thing is that it brings us to a state-of-the-art system. No longer do we have to worry about where it
Do they have to
is.
dig or anything to do that, or?
They do it, from my understanding, they do it through like a reader that goes into the somehow ground.
Ground penetrating.
Yeah, radars.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and-
Was that,
And they overlay
when they
on
woke
top
up,
of
they stuck it in the
block
ground.
parcels,
Yeah. They could-
addresses.
Right. It's
Seminar.
It is. So I think that we need to really look at doing this, especially because there's no cost to the borough. Seidel, we talked about this right before we came up here. So I think it's a good thing. Well, back when he sent it to me, I said to Randy she could print it, but
Also, we could get Columbia Gas and Peoples Gas to talk to these people when they come in, and they can tell us all about their new gas line.
Or even then, we could say, look, we know where it's at now.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I got is, I think we need to put it on the agenda, but otherwise, I think it's a good idea. Anthony, did you see that says, like, after the first year, there's an $800 bill?
It is if you stay with them.
If you stay with them.
But you don't have to go with
To
them.
renew.
Yeah, there's another.
I think $800 is worth it myself.
Well,
Yeah.
man, it don't cost us
One
no
line.
money though. I don't want to pay the
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
One line like
You're saying get it done in the first year and then,
Well, after the first year, if you want to be on their program, then it costs you $800, right? But talking to LJ side down, that he can put us in a program that doesn't cost us any money. And we're going to need this, and he wants us. He would like to do for us to do this, but he would like for us to start with the sewer because he needs to show progress with the DEP.
Well, I just think, look,
Yeah,
we were in court in November for that, for where they said we didn't tell us where a line was, or we hit one of their lines. If we have that, maybe that doesn't happen. That would pay for itself right there. So, yeah, I say,
It's a huge thing,
Yeah.
especially when we got paid to do it. This will cost us thousands upon thousands of dollars to have someone come out here and GIS us.
absolutely.
The thing.
They hit everything. So it's free by the gas.
Is it just for like,
That's what it
If,
says.
depending on what we want, right? If we want to do sewer, if we just want to do water, if we just want to do this, we're gonna tell them what we want, but we're gonna go through LJ to have him coordinate with these people to get what we want done. He wants to do sewer first.
That would give our first phase.
Right. He wants to do sewer first because we do not meet the, I guess, the history that we need.
That would give us our first phase.
Did he send that to you?
I already know what's going on with it.
Yeah, he, I don't know, did he call you there and talk to you and tell you that the numbers don't help us at all?
No, I haven't got to talk to them on that one yet.
Uh,
We've talked
Mitch
about the
just
plan.
knows.
We talked about the plan up here, that's about it.
But the outfalls are not good. The numbers are not good. So he needs something to show,
Right.
and he says, that, you know, I think we need to definitely do this. Sewage to begin with, because we have the CFC.
What numbers no good sewage?
The sewage numbers.
The squeaky chair.
yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And the only thing I gotta say, we don't have it on, is it still on the agenda?
No.
No, it came in late.
Put it on the agenda next week and we'll do it.
Where
Yeah,
are they
perfect.
from?
Sounds good.
Where they at?
I don't know.
They're in PA. I don't
That-
tell you exactly where, but they're in
That's
this.
part of your park strategic plan?
Maryland.
Because we got lines running there, that takes care
I
of
saw
some
something
of
that said PA on the
our
back.
long-term care control. So we're showing we're making some-
Maryland.
But anyway, I thought that was pretty good news.
That was good.
Yeah, I like that, that's good.
Yeah, so. That's all I got, Joe. Got nothing else.
Might be
Attaboy.
Anything else before we go into executive session?
Oh. You keep
A
that
motion to go into executive session. Motion by Bo, second. Mitch,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye. Opposed? 15 minutes, we'll be back.
First stepping in the door.